Welcome to the Recipe. I am your host, Red. You're now tuned into the NX podcast. It's still July, which means that it's very, 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 very light on news. So what's going to happen when it's light on news? A lot of your favorite websites out there are going to take the smallest thing and try to blow it up into the biggest thing to drive traffic to their website. Hell, they do this when there is a lot of news because there seems to be one company out there that generates more clicks than any of the other companies. And we've seen this year after year with Google Trends and their analytics. And we know Xbox is the most talked about, the most discussed video game company of this generation. So, yeah, any little thing that they do is going to be blown up, turned into the craziest thing in the world. And it's just laughable at this point. But before we get into all of that, yesterday marked 9 years since the passing of Satoru Iwata. Legend, icon. And 9 years is so wild because, this was it was 2015 when he passed. And yeah, you still feel it. You still feel it. And I'm not even talking industry-wide because industry-wide, of course, the industry was going to miss individual like Iwata who, they all do the things that he introduced to this day. Like, that's the wildest part of it all. Nintendo Direct. And remember, this was done, Nintendo Direct, in the era when Nintendo was like Xbox is now. Every little thing that they did, they were doomed. Every little thing that they did couldn't be as good as we were saying it was. So we had to just see the constant articles, reports about how Nintendo's doomed, about how Iwata should be fired, da. And now we watch Call of Duty Direct, Starfield Directs. We watch, all these direct style showcases, state of plays. And that was all Iwata. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was what he brought to the table. And nobody is still doing that actually better than him. And I'm not talking about content in the show. Yeah, there'll be shows with great content and stuff like that. I'm talking actually connecting with his audience. Nobody is doing what Iwata did. Even the gesture of Direct, like that felt like it was him. Like, yo, I'm telling you watching this specifically, not everybody watching this, streaming, making reaction videos to it, but you specifically. This shit right here is for you. So yeah, his Direct style was so cool, but also what he added to video game consoles was so good. All the music, the characters that it had, like, yeah, I really missed that Iwata touch that he brought. Like, the console just felt so alive. They felt like a party, whether like the Wii U, Mii's and all that. Like, yeah, it was just a different time. And while Nintendo is super up off the back of Iwata's last device, and it seems like they're gonna make a new device that's just building on the last device that he ever put his hands on. So they're still in that, Iwata success era. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Like, yeah, he did the Wii. Well, he came in during the Cube. That was a flop. Let me not say he came in. I'm saying he came into the power that, President Iwata and all that, like, during the Cube. That wasn't the best. Wii, you already know. I don't need to tell you the history of that. And then Wii U was what it was. It was the lowest of lows, the highest of highs that Iwata had. And it was back to back, that high and that low. And he started building the building blocks for the next high, which would be the biggest peak, which would outsell everything. He didn't get to see that, but he did get to see what he was building. He got to see the Zelda game. He got to see Mario Odyssey. He got to see what the Switch lineup was going to be, how it was going to roll out almost certainly. Like, he knew a version of that. And, yeah, it worked tremendously. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just legendary right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a legendary run, and obviously creative Kirby, Smash Brothers, and, helped make Pokemon what it is. All of that. Like, Iwata's story is so deep and so intricate to the DNA of Nintendo that even when you go back, and you watch my latest where I'm talking about, what I want from the new Nintendo Switch and all that, a lot of the things that I'm asking for is just building on the blocks, the foundation that he already laid. And it seems like they kind of moved away from Nintendo. And I'm just like, yeah, you could put some of that Iwata goodness back into the console. That soul, that culture of Nintendo, like, spread it all throughout. Like, I like seeing Pikmin pick up my save files, take them to the next thing. Like, all of that character that Nintendo consoles had, yeah, I like all that. And I do definitely want that back. So, yeah, Iwata, man. Next year's going to be 10 years already, which feels like it flew by. But the man's contributions still 100% felt to this very day. And we're going to continue to feel it into the next generation. So I feel like until Nintendo moves away from a hybrid like device with Joy-Cons and stuff like that, we're going to still be living in the essence of Iwata's, era basically, which is actually nice. It's like having a loved one. They left a kid behind that looks just like them, and then you seeing that kid grow up and have characteristics of their, father, and being like, he's still here through this vessel right here, and that vessel will always be Nintendo. But I mean specifically like what the Switch is, yeah, definitely. That was his baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Here's to Iwata. Here's to Iwata. Now we're gonna get into the doom and glooming, but not of Nintendo. No, no, no. We're moving from N to X now, right here on the NX podcast. Xbox just raised the prices of Game Pass. $2 here in the States. And prices went up all around the world. I'm sure you already know what that is in your territory specifically. And this is something that everybody talked about when Activision got bought. Like, oh yeah, when all those Activision games come in there, especially Call of Duty games, the biggest selling games on the planet, come in day one. Especially with Vault editions for $30, gains you access. Like all of that stuff. You knew, oh yeah, there's probably going to be a price increase. And Game Pass, the thing is, everybody felt like that because the fact of the matter is, and this is the truth of anybody who actually wants to play a ton of games and uses the service, Game Pass is way worth. Way worth? I don't know if that's the way to put it, but it's beyond worth what it actually costs. You know what I'm saying? And that is not up for debate. Like, just the consistent drop of games, like 500 games in there right now. And then day one releases, whether you're talking small indie to giant, big games, Capcom games, EA Play, Riot Games and all the perks, and you don't got to buy anything in the games. You just get everything that they sell, like in their stores. Just if you're a Game Pass member, Game Pass specific perks, Game Pass specific sales, like the one that they got right now going for all the OG Call of Duty games. You could get them for dirt cheap right now if you're a Game Pass Ultimate member. And I theorize they're doing that, well, so you could get some of the 360 ones before the 360 store closes, but also because a lot of those are going to come into Game Pass. So before they in Game Pass and live there forever, they selling it. Last time before, it's like, yeah, you can still buy it, but it's in Game Pass. Why would you do that? So before that happens, hey, look, buy the game for dirt cheap right now and add it to your collection. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, Game Pass just continues to add value. You got Indiana Jones coming this year. Hellblade just dropped. I mean, it's game after game after game. Avada's about to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like Call of Duty is going in there. In the future, you're going to have a new Forza. You're going to have Gears E-Day. You're going to have Perfect Dark. You're going to have Elsewhere's new game, that new developer. You're going to have a brand new Halo. You're going to have another Forza. I mean, because remember, Forza Motorsport, Forza Horizon. There'll be those, like, you're going to have Fable, your flight simulator stuff. Like, it's just games and games and games. And I could sit here and name Clockwork Revolution. And then, like, you could sit there and name just game after game. They got so many games, more than anybody announced. So it's like, the list, and all of that stuff is coming right into Game Pass. $20 for Game Pass is a steal. And here's the thing: you can still get Game Pass for like $10 a month and get Ultimate, like from CD Keys. When everybody was yelling and crying about all this, I was like, wait. As a current member of Xbox, none of this really affects me, which is fine. New people coming in, they got a new tier there that they can get in, not get games day one, pay a lower price, still get access to Xbox Live. So then that's for the customer who wants to just buy their games. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, but I need online to play my online multiplayer games. Well, there's one for you, a tier for you. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll get new games maybe 6 months later, maybe a year later. You know what I'm saying? Or like the day one games, you'll get them later. And that's fine. You're still getting new games. You're not subbing to a service like whatever PlayStation is, where it's like, oh yeah, here's Foam Stars for a month though. You don't expect it to stay in there. Oh, here's Spider-Man, but it ain't gonna stay in there, even though it's first party. That's not what Game Pass is. Game Pass is the best service in video games ever. And that's not an opinion. That is a fact. By any metric, that shit is a fact. And they're just, doing what they doing, which is adding content like EA, like Call of Duty games, which Call of Duty is a service in itself. Just like Fortnite a lot of people like saying what I've been saying for years, like that's a platform in itself. Travis Scott going there and do a whole performance area on the grind that you could do the Metallica stuff you got going now. Movies is coming out, so it's like, yeah, put Deadpool in there, put X-Men characters in there. It's a platform within many different platforms. And you don't even need a platform to experience that platform. You can just play it through the cloud or go to Game Pass and play it there, again, through the cloud. The point is it's available, accessible, anyway, by anyone, at any time, on damn near anything, and Call of Duty is that same thing. So to then say, oh yeah, all the fees that come with Call of Duty, yeah, for the most part, we're going to take those away for you to get in. Yeah, Warzone is free, but now for you, a Game Pass member, you can just get in day one. You don't need to pre-order anything special to get early access or none of that. You know what I'm saying? You want the Vault Edition, you can spend 30, that's cool, but that don't even get you early access. Ultimate already did that for you. Like, so you really don't got to spend a penny. And as somebody who spends on Call of Duty games all the time, it's nice to know, like, yeah, if I want Call of Duty now, I could go buy it on the Switch in the future, on the next console. You know what I'm saying? And I could still play it on my Xbox. So the thing that I used to do back in the day, which was double dip on Nintendo hardware and Xbox hardware for Call of Duty. And sometimes I even did PC, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you don't got to do that now. On PC and Xbox, you going to have it already. And if you do want to spend funds on it, you can spend it and play it on the next Nintendo console, because why not? That'd be cool. And, cross-play is a thing. It exists. You can take it with you on the go. All that stuff that goes with it. The point is, it's coming into the service. They made the service $20. Now, let me ask you something. I don't know where you are in the world listening to this, but if your country doesn't have an equivalent to GameFly, your opinion on Game Pass don't matter. Why? Because whatever you say about it, if it's negative, it don't matter, because you're lying to yourself. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're telling me how to feel. You're telling me what my opinion is. No, I'm telling you the facts. There's no other way for you to fucking rent games. This is the greatest rental service known to man. This shit is better than Blockbuster, bro. Like, you will go try to get a game day one at Blockbuster when it came out. You shit out of luck, bro. If you was there, if you lived that, you know what I'm talking about. You would wait weeks, 2 weeks for somebody to bring it back, and you gotta hope that, oh yeah, when they brought it back, there wasn't somebody waiting outside the store to see, oh yeah, Turtles in time, he brought it back, taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, y'all got Turtles in time. That guy right there walking, you see him right there through the glass? Yeah, he just took that shit right before you walked in. Damn. Like, that's the way it went. Game Pass is like, yo, you want to rent something? Go. Play it. You want to use it as a rental service? You want to use it as your only way to access video games? The point is that Game Pass is in a lot of places. GameFly, I know, is only in North America. Maybe it's, I don't even know if, I think it's only in the United States. I don't even think it's in Canada, Mexico, anything like that. Like, maybe it is. And if it is, cool. Still only North America. How much is GameFly? For 2 games, which is going to take time for you to get. And they've gotten better with that. You can, certain member tier, you can just click on GameFly. All right, I sent the shit back. The shit is still in your console. You still playing it. Because I'll send it back in 2 days. They're already sending me back the next thing. Then I send the thing back. They updated it like that. It's cool features for the higher tier members. If you want 2 games, though, it's gonna run you like $25, $30. You know what I'm saying? If you want 2 games, 2 movies, you paying like $50 a month, something like that. And again, you got to think about the time it takes for that one game to get to you, that those 2 games to get to you, and you can't play both those games at the same time anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way it is. Like, I had GameFly, a little dollar deal for a month, like 2 months ago. And it's like, yeah, I was like, all right, I'm going to play Super Princess Peach. And then I was like, oh, and I'll try Avatar. I'm not going to be able to play through the whole Avatar. You know what I'm saying? Because I got other shit to do. I'm going to play Peach and da-da-da. And so it was like, basically I used it to demo Avatar. I'm like, Avatar is good. I already knew that I wanted to get it. But now I already opened I played the whole opening of the game. I'm locked in. Got to go get my Banshee and all that. And when I end up buying the game on Xbox Live, digitally, or maybe it'll come into Game Pass in the future. Who knows? The point is, by the time I get around to it, it's going to be cheaper. It's cool. And I bring that up just to say, like, that's the experience, though. Where it's like, with Game Pass, I could try a game right now and be like, all right, Chia, right? That's her name. The game with the girl that just came up on Game Pass. I played that literally last night. I was like, let me pop an achievement in this shit just for my rewards, because I'm stacking. I'm almost about to get 3 months free of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. But I played that, and I'm like, all right, cool. If I ever decide to go back to it, I'll go back to it. If not, it's fine. But I tried it, I was like, all right, cool. Well, it was something else I tried recently, too. It's been, I swear every day this week, it's been like 2 games dropping into Game Pass. It was something else I played, and I can't even remember. It don't even matter. The point is, like, there's games and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish that, or I'm gonna beat this, or I'm gonna, like, oh yeah, Hellblade, played, beat to completion. Other games I started, still haven't finished, but I'll get around to them. Other games I played, and I'm like, nah, not really my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And then some is just the point is you got different flavors, different things to do. This is a rental service if you wanted to be that you can just go and try everything on in one day. You can never do that with no other rental service on the planet, let alone one that costs only $20. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you're getting games day one. I've even heard like people, and I'm not gonna focus too much on corny people who got their bullshit takes, their dooming and glooming everything Xbox do, acting like them raising the price $2. It's the end of the world. But when PlayStation raised their prices, 40% for PlayStation, added no value. It already has no value. They ain't say shit. So it's like you want to be part of that fucking hive of people. You do that. I ain't with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't play with that corny shit. Like I'm keep it 1,000% real, and I'm gonna talk on, speak on everything the way it truly is. So like I was saying, if you don't have any kind of rental service in your country, Game Pass is a steal for you no matter what. Even if you don't use it every day, it's something that you could get into. Oh yeah, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna name the game Clockwork Revolution. Let me get Game Pass this month. Try that. Oh yeah, now remember that they added and 2 weeks ago and 3 months ago and 1 year ago. And yeah, so I could try and see which ones I like. Oh yeah, I like. I'm gonna finish these. You know what? I could buy them and just buy them. Now I just keep Game Pass for 2 more months and just play them here, beat them. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's like you could use a service like that, or you could use a service like me, who I've had it basically free for 7 years. We're paying like $1 here to do the flip, or oh yeah, you know what? Let me spend a little $40 here just to top up completely because I ain't have enough Microsoft rewards for the 3 years. Like I never spent full price on Game Pass. I just topped up for a year right now, and I'm about to add 3 months. So Game Pass isn't gonna end for me until around September next year, and that's not even true because I keep adding with rewards. But when all this news came out and everybody was crying, I was like, oh word. All right, let me see something real quick. Let me see if the old formula worked. And this is the old formula. Like people are like, yo, come on, CD keys, like who knows about that? Well, shit, I've been using CD keys, I think, since Xbox Live era on 360 to get Xbox Live codes, not for the full, $50 a year. I used to get them for like 30. You know what I'm saying? I used to either use CD keys, eBay, or something like that. There was always a way. So I said, you know what? Let me go on CD keys right now to see how much. Because that's what I even do with Steam games. Like when I'm gonna buy a game on Steam, I usually go to CD keys to see, and it's usually cheaper there, and I just get the code and then get the game on Steam. So, like Miles Morales, for example, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit was like $32 on sale, right? And it's in my wish list on Steam. And I go, all right, cool. Let me go over here and see how much it is over there. $21. I'm like, all right, that's why I'll get it at. Like, this isn't a new thing, but still, people wanted to be complaining. I said, all right, I'm going to CD keys right now. Let me see. Oh, snap. 3 months, $27. That's less than $10 a month for 3 months. So I said, you know what? While people talk, I'm going to let them talk. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I spent $60, reward points, and I'm like, yeah, there you go, topped up a year. Again, what are they complaining about? I didn't even spend the price of one game. Of one game. That could have been not any PlayStation game because it's 70, but that could have been Brotherhood, Mario and Luigi. That could have been a Zelda, you know what I'm saying? I could have bought Wisdom with that. And the list goes on. I could have put $30 towards the Volt Edition. I don't buy Volt Edition and all that bullshit. Like for Call of Duty, I just play the game. You know what I'm saying? And if I want something specifically, all right, cool. Rick Grimes. Oh, he's part of the Battle Pass. That's a W. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even that, I don't buy all the characters there because it's not like Fortnite where they carry over to the next thing. Once they did it once where it was, oh yeah, everything you bought from Modern Warfare, Warzone, the first wave, 19 and all that, Modern Warfare 19, yeah, all that don't carry over to this new updated Warzone. I'm like, nah, you got to do it either like Fortnite or you ain't getting no money from me. And once you do that once, then it's like, yeah, I'm not doing it. So it's like, yeah, I'll take Rick Grimes, part of the Battle Pass, because I get mad shit with him, and that's only $10. But I'm not gonna spend $25 for Michonne here. Versus on Fortnite, Rick, Michonne, Daryl, got all of the Walking Dead characters because I'm gonna have them all the time. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that every single time haters want to complain, the value of Game Pass is only going to go up. It seems that's what it is. Every time they say it's unsustainable, it just becomes even better for us as customers. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to be like, yo, so you celebrating a price hike. I'm not celebrating the price hike. What I'm saying is, listen. I used to be subscribed from day one. Once I heard of Netflix, I said, "Oh, that's cool. Subscribe," and I still subscribe forever without ever letting my subscription stop until they priced me out of it. And I was like, "Wait, you hiding 4K behind the paywall? You know what I'm saying? Like that's wild." And then that shit basically went up to like $25. I'm like, I don't remember when this shit was literally under $10, and now you're asking for 25. And that's on top of the fact that it's like, oh yeah, you got Peacock over there, you got this over there, that over there, this over there, and I'm like, nah, you wildin', like you wildin'. So it's like I get it now, and it's like, let's just stack. Like, oh yeah, there's a couple things I want to watch. All right, cool, bam. Now it's time to pull the trigger. Like I hadn't had Netflix for a minute, but I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll get it around August because there's some shows that I would like about to drop, and those will be out. And Axel Foley just came out, you know what I'm saying? So I want to see that, obviously, and because I love the original trilogy, so I was like, yeah, I want to see the original trilogy, even the third movie, I love that shit. Back in the day, so yeah, you know, like, and then I'll get in like that. But Game Pass is nowhere near that, especially when it's just like consistently dropping games and for the value that it is, and plus you already pay for Xbox Live, and it's not like you're just paying for Game Pass. Like the stupid take that I heard of, oh yeah, you can't say day one with Game Pass now. There's too many other tiers. I'm like, there's been mad tiers already for years. That's how I know y'all don't even be knowing what y'all talking about. Like they've been there. Game Pass Core has been there for like a year already. No day one games or nothing, and they still said day one with Game Pass, and you never bitched about it. But now you want to bitch about it to pretend, because again, there's no news. They just want to make clickbait nonsense. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit there and pretend to cry about literally a service that feels like a steal versus other services out there. But yo, go play Starfield. I'm like, all right, cool. They got Starfield on the expansion pass. I'm like, oh, never mind that. You know what I'm saying? And it don't even matter. Like even Switch Online, like, and I know people don't like to hear nothing negative about Nintendo, but the truth is, like, that shit has no value to me. Like, just, oh yeah, pay this premium. Yeah, it's a premium. Oh no, it's not that much as game, bro. I don't want to pay $60 to subscribe to anything to play games that are so fucking ancient. You know what I'm saying? That 90% of them play like shit. Even the good ones play like shit. Because it's like, oh yeah, you can play Super Metroid or Metroid Fusion or Metroid Zero Mission. Y'all know I play these. I've streamed these full fucking games on the channel. Like, the point is though, I own those games already. I have them on multiple platforms. I own the carts on Game Boy Advance, and I own them on Wii U and stuff like that when Nintendo was actually selling their legacy. Now you're like, oh yeah, rent your legacy. Like, bruh, I'm good. I don't even need Switch Online. Like, I don't play anything online right now on the console. You know, and it's on its way out. And I get it. For some people, it's like, yeah, I still play Splatoon, da 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 da. I'm like, I don't need it. For real, I haven't had it in like 4 months. And the only reason why I did get it, and listen to this, this is how sad it is. This shit is sad, and saying it out loud is even sadder. But I am going to say, the only reason I did get it, I said, let me get Nintendo Switch Online real quick for a month. Why? Because without Switch Online, you can't even download any goddamn profile pictures from the Switch Online service. So it's like, oh yeah, we got Metroid Dread pictures up now. I'm like, shit, let me get those. So I got to the service to get some little JPEGs, bro, that you should be able to put yourself, whatever you want there, but they're literally charging you to put something on Xbox. My shit done been Batman, done been Mario and Samus and Link and stuff like that. My profile picture on Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And on Nintendo, I got to literally sign up to their service just to get some Metroid pictures. Like, shit is wild. But nobody wants to hear you say that because, God forbid, you speak truths. Oh, yeah, but, like, maybe those old games don't got value to you. Listen, I like the fact that somebody can say, yo, I want to play the Starfield games, and now there's a way for them to play it without them having to go through ancient methods of getting ancient consoles and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But the same people who are sitting there sharing Starfield would try to shit on Game Pass. And it's like, listen, there's no realm where anything that comes into that service is fucking with this service over here. That's not opinion based, bro. You living on dinosaur time. Like, the shit is all old. You understand what I'm telling you? Like, what are you doing? Oh, yo, like, your shit is fucking Pluto, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking Tubi and shit. Freevee. But they charging you for it. It's a bunch of legacy shit. Like, you go on, not Peacock, go on, which one I just said? Tubi. Go on that. Literally, every movie you see, you're going to be, okay, legendary, iconic, God tier, Oscar winner, blockbuster, and you just go, and it's just fire. And that's why that platform is used like crazy. It is. It's free, though, for all that old shit with ads. That's what it is. Because it's all old shit. You're not really getting new shit in there. Like Freevee, they throw in some little new shows in there, and maybe Pluto does too. But for the most part, you're getting nothing but old shit, and they don't charge you for that. And it sounds like, here's our old shit, no way for you to buy it, and we're charging you for that. And people are like, cool. And then they turn around and then try to talk about Game Pass. And this is why I say, like, yo, if you got that, why are you speaking on this? Because this is like literally heaven, while you in fucking hell claiming that it ain't that hot down here, bro. It's pretty nice. And I don't mean to make that comparison, but when that's what it is, when you went from selling games to only having games digitally, which is what everybody feared, but then it's like nobody gonna say that, but they're the only ones who's only giving you a rental service. Like I just said, Game Pass you could use as a rental service, you could use as a way to play your games forever and ever and ever. And it's like, yeah, I don't buy nothing, I just got everything in here. I buy the DLC for the stuff, get that at a discount, and hey, if a game is gonna get delisted like a Forza, they're gonna give me that shit for free anyway. So I win either way. The ecosystem is that good. People hate hearing about ecosystem, but that ecosystem, bro, that's the best exclusive. Game Pass is the best exclusive this generation because it's not one game, it's many, and it got so many people's panties in the bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like they're so bothered by the fact that Xbox players always have this value there, this value proposition. They know the fact that, yeah, you got to go spend 70 for those 4 games you get in this year. Where me, whatever comes out next year, between now and next September, you know what I'm saying, which is what I'm topped up right now for, you know what I mean? It's literally like getting top. I just got to lay back, hand behind the heads, and relax. Do your thing, Xbox. Do your thing. Play with the chef. Play with the chef. Not John, baby, not John. Look, man, I'm just telling you exactly what it is. That's just the 100% fact. Like, PlayStation guys want to be speaking on Xbox. Bro, is Spider-Man in the service? No. Shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if there was an even footing ground where it was like being genuine, I'm at the point where it's like, yo, I just don't care. Shut the fuck up. The fuck is you talking about? Like, if you ain't speaking nothing that's actually real, oh no, but you should listen to my opinion. I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Like, when we speaking on this, let's speak on facts. $20 is a fucking steal. They could, listen, I'm gonna keep it real. They could put that shit to $50 a month, and it would still be a steal. And people are like, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. Don't give them any. I'm not giving them ideas. I don't want them to do it. I'm just speaking on facts. There's 500 games in there, from new to old. You understand what I'm saying? No other service on earth is doing what Game Pass is doing. None. Imagine, name it, fucking Avatar 3 is coming out, and that shit is going straight into Disney Plus. There'll be some people bitching about it, like, oh my God, I will be happy. I'll pay a premium to get anything at home earlier than having to go to a shitty theater with people with their camera phones talking that shit, trying to make viral TikTok videos in the theater. Like, that theater fucking, the magic of the movie theater done left years ago for me. You know what I'm saying? This is a dude who used to live in the movie theater all the time, every single weekend. And now it's like, fuck, I gotta do this shit at home. Like, under my own comfort, I could pause, I could go take a shit, and I don't gotta rush, I could piss, I could be like, you know what, let me go to the store real quick, go get some juice, come back, yeah, blah, 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 I could do whatever I want. You wanna get slitted, you could do that, you chilling in the comfort of your own home. You know what I mean? Like, granted, getting slitted at the theaters in New York was never an issue. People done did it all the time. Almost every movie I ever watched, you smell bud. But still, the point is, you know, like, that's just the reality. But nobody's doing that. Nobody's being like, yeah, you know what? Everything we making is coming day one to our streaming service. Xbox is like, yeah, we could. And I get it. $3 trillion company, they could do that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else could do that, supposedly. So then it's like, yeah. What are you bitching about? What are you mad at? Huh? Like, what's the issue here? Oh my God. Like, it's Xbox. It's a chance for them to punch it. They real mad right now because, well, Sony done did, what, fucking a generation of state of plays where they've been dog shit. So then they're like, yeah, fuck. And then the last few years been trash. And then they're like, yeah, right now it's trash. We've been trying to pretend like this shit and that shit is shit we care about. But we really don't. And the numbers are showing we don't. And then all we do all day is port back Xbox games. And all we do all day is talk about secret showcases. And all we do all day is hate on Xbox. So now they had another showcase, and it's literally the most mind-blowing showcase anybody ever saw on this planet. And again, people will be like, yo, opinion. I'll be like, it's not an opinion that the biggest IP, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, name was in that one showcase. No other showcase has ever done that in the history of mankind. I've watched them. Oh, that's hyper. Bro, listen. I love my Stampedes for Breath of the Wild, 2016. Iconic. Like, literally fucking iconic. Remember the dude just standing there, praise the sun. Remember that? Like, iconic. If you remember, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I remember. It's one of the greatest things ever. One of the greatest things ever. Doesn't change the fact that that was one game. versus what they just did right here. But of course they were never going to get credit. But you take that show, you rip off Xbox, and you put any other fucking console manufacturer there, and the dick ride into that show would be fucking astronomical. Astronomical. Imagine if you could have said PlayStation owned Minecraft, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty, Doom. You'll say it's over. Nobody can fuck with them. They're the greatest of all time. Factually, that's what you know. That's what they would say. And if it was Nintendo, it was the same thing. But when it's Xbox, nah. But you could say nah. You could say nah. But every single year, they're gonna have the best-selling game. No matter when Grand Theft Auto come out. Listen, Grand Theft Auto 150 million. Congrats, you did it with one game. That's some powerful shit. That's some powerful shit. But can you do it every year? I bet you can't. And people like always argue that. I even argue that with Pokemon, argue that with Mario. Can you take your IP, not spin off it and make it? No, every year the same game, the same IP, the same thing, and then build on that and put it out every year, and every year do 20 million. The chances of you being able to do that is almost impossible. But this game has been doing it now. I think it's been 20 years now already, almost 20. I think they're going on 20. I was gonna say 20 summers. It's just been 20 years. Let's call it what it is. They do years. 20 years running shit. And it's like, yeah, nah, whatever, you know what I mean? And then to try to act like, where's the value in Game Pass? Like, people don't even know, like, where's the value? Where's the value? Everything in there is on discount. Everything in there you could play. There's more games there than you have at home. There's more games there that you ever going to buy on. There's more games in Game Pass right now than anyone is ever going to buy on the next Nintendo hardware. You understand what I'm saying? Doing games like Doom Eternal 2016. You name it. It's like massive, iconic, legendary IPs. And I get it. It hurts. But that's just sucker shit. The fact that people just can't let other people have their success. It's like, yeah, Xbox got to be the punching bag. I got to shit on them. I can never call whatever they do special, great. I can never see the value in things that they add to us as a consumer. It's like, no. What does this mean for the industry? Yo, real talk, fuck the industry. Let that shit sink in. They be like, yo, what that do for the industry? What the fuck is the industry doing for the industry? And you want me to worry about the fucking industry? This is what I look at. What does that do for the industry? I don't know, because the industry ain't even taking care of the industry. They just firing everybody left and right, doing people dirty. But somehow y'all want to sit here and talk about Game Pass. How about you sit here and talk about how Sony literally fired all their studios, hence why you're in the situation you in? Nah, they don't want to have that conversation. They rather talk about Tango Gameworks, games they've never fucking played. And the sales don't lie. You know what I'm saying? But they want to make that into the biggest thing in the world. Sony literally fired all of Japan, left you with Astrobot Team. When Astrobot comes out and it flops, I don't want it to. I mean, I don't really give a fuck if it does or it doesn't. Never played 1 second of the game. I'm just saying, if it does come out and it flops, that team is dead by 3 weeks after the game comes out. And that's not an opinion. When it happens, double back to this and be like, damn, Brad, I was mad when you said it, but it's true. Yeah, because they've been doing that since PlayStation 1. That's why I've never, ever put these dudes on the pedestal. They're a company who came in and just ate everything up. What y'all claim Xbox to do is what they've done. But who Xbox bought? So many companies. And what Xbox still do with those companies? Rock with them. Still to this day. Most of them. Like, how many companies have they straight up shut down? Like, yeah, done, gone. Come on, y'all can't even sit here and name a bunch. You want to know why? Because they still keep their teams. People are like, yo, they should get rid of 343, or get rid of people, bring in new people, and then we got a Halo studio. We just build on that, change things around. We could change the pieces up. We don't have to just demolish everything. Days Gone flop. Fuck everybody over there. Burn it to the ground. And then what do the media do? What do the people on the internet do? Nothing. They just cheer PlayStation. So good. The best first party. I'm like, where though? I mean, to have first party, you need developers. You can't have the best anything if you don't have anyone. And they have nothing, and because they don't have anyone. And then people are like, nah, you making up scenario. Wait 2 years from now. All right, it's been 2 years since only Spider-Man. All right. And now it's another year. And it's Astro. Oh, no, but this... No, don't talk to me about third-party deals. Because when they don't count on other consoles, then they don't count there. You got to keep the energy the same everywhere. I'm just asking, like, bro, why is the energy not the same? See, I could sit there and I could literally make this a whole hour just beating the shit out of these people. You know what I'm saying? And their lives. Just destroying every aspect of their bullshit. But why do that? Because at this point, if you don't know that anybody speaking on Game Pass and they're not speaking on it in a positive light is straight up hating, then do you. Live in your bubble. Enjoy. And they'll be like, oh, so you mean nobody can have a opposing opinion on Game Pass? You can have a fucking opposing opinion on Game Pass when you have something that you can point to and say, that's like Game Pass. So Game Pass sucks because I'm using that. Until then, this is only the one thing on the planet Earth And that we know of an entire fucking galaxy that does what it does. So y'all not gonna big it up? Cool. Y'all will big up this first party game, that first. I'm gonna big up a thing that gives me hundreds of games to play, all generational. I've played more games on Xbox Series than I played on any Nintendo console in history. And most people with Game Pass, that is the case with every console. Because the truth is, what console did you have enough money to buy $500 games on? Unless you was rich, then sure. Now, if you had that, how many of those did you actually play? Was the answer a handful? None? Then does it even fucking matter? You just buying shit to put on the shelf. Basically a fucking glorified GameStop. You know what I'm saying? Like, or not even a fucking museum. Like, who cares? Like, it's like I don't even want to entertain like the bullshit no more because it's like, listen, you ain't gonna say nothing real. Tell me why Game Pass is whack. I use the service and I keep it a buck on anything. I'm a Nintendo fan and look, I just shitted on their service. Nintendo fans, a lot of them won't even do that shit because they feel like, nah, I can't speak bad on the thing I like. If I speak bad on the thing I like, I'm not a fan no more. Yeah, that's a child's mentality. That's a mentality of somebody who gives a fuck what somebody else thinks about what they think. I don't. You can't never pull my Nintendo card and be like, bro, the chances are I was playing Nintendo before you. The chances are I was a fan of the thing that you were a fan of before you. Why? Because, well, I was there with the NES. I started with the Atari. Like, and I ain't never switch up, never switch side. Oh, yeah, Nintendo trash. Nintendo suck. Never. You ain't never once. But when they do something corny, I'll be like, oh, nah, that thing that they doing, that's whack. That's trash. $70 games, that's whack. That's trash, especially when they online. It's whack and it's trash. But then they're gonna charge you for online, but it's whack and it's trash. Like, don't say these things, but it's true and it's facts. But that's your opinion. How so? If I go on any other device on planet Earth and want to play a video game and chat with somebody, it's a click. I don't need to put out a phone. I don't need to get my phone and here, take this 77-digit code. Like if you put it in a fucking code to get 3 months of Xbox Live, you know what I'm saying? And then you add me there. And then, you know, hopefully we on at the same exact time. You know, what you got to do is use your mind, Professor Xavier, know when I'm on. And like, come on, man, stop it. Stop it. There's facts, there's opinions, and there's whatever you motherfuckers like to claim. Like, oh no, those can't be facts. No, it could. It truly could. And it is. You can say, oh no, if I say it's an opinion, it's an opinion. No, you can't just turn anything into opinion because you want it to be some shit. It's straight facts. And Game Pass is factually fucking great. That's it. Period. Nothing more needs to be added at all. But am I going to add more? Probably, because why fucking not? I mean, the conversation of, oh yeah, I've heard people say, oh yo, Game Pass is killing the industry. Yo, Game Pass is killing the industry. It's not every studio trying to make the most expensive games, the most prettiest games, the biggest games, chase everybody else's hits, you know, so they try to do challenger versions of those games and then firing people left and right, not giving people enough a chance to actually become a team and say, oh yeah, we missed with this one, how can we learn from this, and then bang, hit you with a banger. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, Sakamoto made Other M. People hated it, right? And then he made Metroid 2 remake, and then he made Dread, and people say, okay, he found the balance of what he was trying to do with the cinematic and everything, but kept, you know, the Metroidness in there, made it more actiony and stuff like that. He found the perfect middle ground, and I love Dread what it was, and I feel, and I 100% know we would have never gotten to Dread without going through Other M, and sometimes you got to allow people to go through Other M. Now granted, the developer of Dread isn't the developer of Other M, but it's the producer, it's the director, you know what I'm saying? And he got to produce and direct something else. They didn't just fire him like Days Gone guy. You know, it's like, oh yeah, Days Gone guy, you're fired. But here's Days Gone on sale. Hey, play Days Gone. Hell, here's some Days Gone costumes in Astrobot. Here's some, and that's the thing, like I said with Astrobot, it's like, yeah, that's cute. It's literally a celebration of a bunch of dead IPs. It's literally going to a funeral and celebrating on their graves. And then PlayStation fans will get offended by that, but that's not an opinion. That is a fact. You could celebrate Parappa, you could celebrate this, you could celebrate that, you could celebrate this, but the guys who made those games don't exist. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was like, oh yeah, look how good the new young Nintendo is. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? This is not new young Nintendo. Are the young developers working there? Yeah, but all the OGs are still the ones running everything. The young guys are still going through the goddamn old sauce. That's why all they shit got all the flavor. Because at the end of the day, you dip your shit in this and then you put it in the oven. Like, yeah, you the young boy. Yeah, you cook. But not really, because, you know, I made the sofrito, dog. So your food tastes good based on my seasoning. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So people could want to look at it like that or not, but again, the way I'm looking at it is the truth. And then when you see Nintendo go out there and Mario Wonder, and you see the top brass of that development team, and it's like, y'all dinosaurs. And it's like, well, yeah, you know, I'm the developer of Mario 1. I worked on the Lost Levels. Yeah, you know, I worked on Game and Watch. I wait, what? You were there back then? Yeah, and it's like that's the thing, and that's how Nintendo get. Like people that also have to understand how it is that you become an actual curator of great first party IP. You don't kill studios. Hell, you could fire people, get rid of people. You don't kill studios. God of War. The reason why it's been so well received throughout the years is because while the directors changed, it was still Santa Monica, right? So it's like a lot of the people who were there, who dealt with the original bones of the original game, who went through all the hardships and saw the thing. Nah, we can't do that. Da, da, da. So when somebody new comes in, be like, you know what we should do? Yeah, we tried that, bro. 3 games ago, it was trash. Trust us. Look, we still got the code right here. And then be like, oh, damn, in my mind that worked. Like, yeah, we all thought it would. Shit was garbage in actual play. You know, that all that OG knowledge, that all curates into something great. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why people, oh, yo, Starfield there, Starfield suck. People like to talk about, like, yeah, Game Pass hasn't had no big games in it. Like, Starfield got played more than almost every first-party game released on anything last year. And yet, it's not a big game. Because theys want to make it out to not be. No, it's a massive game. Just like Forza, oh, it's just a racing game. I don't care. It's better than every game on anything. I'll put that shit up against anything. And replay value wise, let me stop. Like, what are you talking about? Like, are you kidding me? Like, Forza Horizon is second to none. Second to none. As a racing game. It's just a racing game. It's just a racing game. Open world, best looking game, battle royale modes, racing mode, drag racing. You know, like I don't even want to talk. It's like people who don't play stuff. Oh yeah, Call of Duty is just the same shit every year, bro. I literally just spent freaking mad long trying to get to the top of this place in this new mode where it's like climb to the top. And it's like 15 of y'all just running platforming. It's literally Fall Guys in Call of Duty, and the shit is actually fun. Because, well, platforming in first person is fun. If you like Metroid, you like Doom, you know. So they doing that. You got ledges, you grabbing on and jumping on. And I'm just like, this shit is crazy. And then people will sit there and talk about Call of Duty not knowing how much fun the actual IP is having right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's just a shooty bang bang. If you wanted to be that, it could be a lot of things. Because it is a lot of things now. You know, so, again, it's that listening to people who look at you from the outside looking in and just want to hate on the thing because it's popular. Like, you could do that. You could get bent out of shape. You could get there and scream, cry. I'm not. Well, they yap. All right, cool. Look, y'all gonna talk about Game Pass not sustainable while going to spend $70. I don't know what the fuck this year. And then I'm just gonna spend 60 and I'm gonna just have Game Pass now for a year. Well, yo, Game Pass is gonna be $240 now for the year. If you don't shop around. It's funny how people, oh no, the average person isn't. The average person is the one who does the most shopping, bro. They're the ones who go in and, you know, cutting up the coupons and shit, the coupons. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this is what they, like, who you think is the ones who do that? You uppity motherfuckers who think like, yeah, I got it. You walk into the store and just blowing everything. Yeah, I'm, you know, throw it in the bag, just swiping everything. And then it's like, you know, you could have got your groceries literally $200 off if you would have. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Yeah, because you never even experience having to do that. Like, it's not even a choice. It's a necessity. You don't even come from that. So it's like, what do I even care what you think? You know what I'm saying? We're not even from the same planet damn near. You know what I'm saying? I see a blue sky in your world. You see a fucking, you know, I don't know, purple sky or some shit. Like, it's close, but it's not in the same. Yeah, we still on the same rock, but it ain't the same. Like, for real, it's wild. Like, you could just go, oh yeah, and you could just buy everything. Yeah, that's you. That's you. That's not the real world, the majority of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes complain about, oh, Fire Sticks and this is bad, and oh, they're gonna get rid of consoles. Listen. Look, for people who hearing this and never heard me, and they hear me now, they just subscribe, they follow me now, and they're like, you know, this is your first introduction to me. I've been doing this shit longer than basically everybody, and that's sad, but it's true. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit since 2011. You know what I mean? A long time. All the versions. You gotta understand, before Nintendo made a hybrid console, I have videos talking about Nintendo's, you know, unified. Maybe they could do one device. I got videos like that I can pull up before the Switch was, before the NX was even a thing. That's not even opinion. That's facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you that I have this. Everything that you living right now with Xbox, I literally talked about in 2017. The Fire Stick, the, you know, I've been talking about this for years. You know what else I've been talking about that will come to pass eventually? Nintendo outside of their ecosystem, which is already a thing on mobile. But yeah, them creating the store and putting their games available. And yeah, hardware not being a thing anymore, because as technology goes, guess what? The Walkman died, the VCR died, the DVD player died. You live that, but yet it just doesn't marinate and doesn't sink in. Consoles are dying. They're dead already. They're there, but they're dead because technology has already solidified that it will come and it will kill that way of development. That's not an opinion. Like, oh my God, no, Red, that is an opinion, bruh. It's a fucking fact. They're not gonna make consoles when they have a one-to-one experience on cloud. They're gonna, why are we gonna manufacture this thing when people are just playing it like this? Everybody's already buying things digitally. How long before they be like, yeah, fuck a console? They do it on their phones. They do it with music. You know, people talk mad shit. Oh, Spotify killed music, bro. Going to see the bootlegger when you from the mud was a normal thing every Friday. You know what I'm saying? Going on Dat Piff, I still do that to this day. So you're gonna see, oh yeah, they just dropped this, they just dropped. Like, I could literally pull up right now and one click on my browser and then I could just see everything, because I've been doing that my whole life. Well, since, you know, Dat Piff was a thing, and it's like, yeah, I could get the mixtape era, all of that. Like, and so now that's where people put music out. You know, music gonna come out, it's gonna be out there instantly. So it's like, that's the way I consume music. It went from watching videos on MTV, BET, VH1 and shit, to then, oh yeah, I'm buying albums, you know, a real album. Oh yeah, let me go buy a real Wu album. Let me go buy an ODB album, you know what I'm saying? And DMX, But some albums, because times was rough, you like, oh nah, I'm gonna go and get that, you know, that bootleg. Some of y'all was using the website and making your own disc after the bootleg era and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? And downloading your own music to your own little MP3 players and stop getting CDs. Y'all all live this. Y'all know this. But with video games, people, oh, how dare you? Like, you know, in that way, as a medium, it's not different from those in this aspect. The box will leave. Bro, the TVs have everything in it now. People buy TVs, don't even put nothing under it. They don't go and even get an Apple TV or even a Fire Stick. They're like, yeah, I got a TV. It has Roku built in, it has Fire Stick built in, it has, you know, Vizio built in, or Samsung or LG, and all they thing got smart things and everything is in there, and I could just use this one remote and access everything that I want, even Game Pass. You know what I mean? And that's just the normal way for people. Like, yeah, I don't even have anything under my TV. Like, you still got, for what? VCR? Like, what? Like, that's just the reality. And then kids, they don't even know, like, blowing the Nintendo cartridge. What you mean? They gonna be pausing that. Like, what you talking about? Pause, bro, pause. Like, nah, you really have to blow that shit. Pause, bro, pause. Like, no, bro, like, the shit wouldn't play. You have to, sometimes you even take the little alcohol with the Q-tip, wipe it down, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, that's what it was. They don't even, like, yo, we used to go and literally stand right there. Everybody making this hoopla about Marvel vs. Capcom, and mad people don't even know why. Because now you could play that shit and you don't got to spend the arm and the leg. Going in there, and if you had a parent who had the one, you know, little fixture in the crib where she would walk in or he would walk in, your parent, after going to the supermarket, go in their pockets, throw their keys over there, and then throw all their change in that box, in that bucket. Back in the 80s, 90s, you had the one with the change, and then you had the one with the token, because you didn't want to make both, throw it into both, because then when you're looking for a token, you got to be going through mad quarters and dimes and shit, right? So separate, but you had that thing, and your moms would use that to get on the bus or whatever the case, the train, anything. But you would go, she wasn't there, and just stick your hand. That's all the change. You know, as you run to the arcade, go to the arcade, like, what's up? And just start fighting people on all the games, spending mad money. You don't even just quarter, you know, until you bumped into somebody who was like, bro, you wasting mad money. You got to weld one. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? Then you see them with the string. And then pull that bit right out. Like, oh, and then go again. Like, that's the hustle. I need me one of those. Like, yo, the point is you have to pay every single time just to play some good multiplayer Mortal Kombat, Capcom, before the games came home. But they did come home. And eventually, when I was playing the arcade when I was a kid, and I know some of y'all won't believe it, like, come on, this dude had foresight. I mean, I had consoles in the crib. I had an Atari, I had an NES, I had a Super Nintendo, and I had a Sega Genesis at the time. So then, I'm like, one day these games is gonna be, you know, on our Super Nintendo and our Sega. And it happened. And it was bad. And then that's when I realized, oh, arcades are way stronger than my consoles. I didn't know, because I thought like they just put all the power into this one game. I thought the box was just this one game, and it's like, I guess that is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I didn't know. I thought home console. I'm seeing Zelda. I'm seeing Metroid. I'm seeing F-Zero, Star Fox. I'm thinking, nah, consoles got way more variety in the arcade. Then you see in the arcade game at home for the first time, and on Super Nintendo, oh my God, it was bad. Because, well, Mortal Kombat, Sweat, and Street Fighter, less buttons. You know, Sega came with a 6-face button controller. I'm sorry, I'm playing Street Fighter on Sega Genesis. That shit is comfortable. It feels like a little arcade controller. And I say all this though, we were paying to go do these things, and then those things became obsolete because the console was inevitably, yes, like that little kid knew, like, you know, one day we're gonna play these on our consoles. That happened. And then arcades didn't last 5 years. I mean, arcades still exist, and you could go and play arcade, and they got Mario Kart and stuff like that. Yeah, that's all well and good, but they don't exist the way they existed when I was a kid, when every pizzeria would have an arcade in it. Every movie theater had arcades in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the same. You know, movie theaters still got their little arcades and shit like that, but for the most, it's not. You look, finding an arcade back in the day, it wasn't something you had to look. It was just like, oh yeah, we're going ahead. There's probably an arcade in here. Oh, nah, let me get a quarter. Like, you don't even know there's an arcade in there. There's gonna be an arcade in there. You know, then you just playing while your parents shop or whatever the case may be. The point is, these are things that we did, man. These are things that we did. Now we got this service here that's dumb cheap, cheaper than any of these arcades was for us to play all weekend and stuff like that. We ain't have to do little welding crimes and shit to hustle the machine. I mean, nowadays, you know, your hustle is CD keys. It's going on eBay, going on somewhere and finding these, you know, monthly cards for cheap, you know, and but they still getting paid. The point is, like, it's hard for me to like entertain this idea of shitting on this service that truly, by every metric, should not exist. But it does. And by every metric, if that makes sense, everyone should be like, yeah. But there's a giant collection of gamers who hate Game Pass. But I promise you this, if Game Pass didn't have Xbox in front, but had Nintendo in front, and with Game Pass you could get Tears of the Kingdom day one, Metroid Prime 4 day one, Mario Brotherhood day one, all these guys will be sub to it. And they'll be screaming it from rooftops how great it is. I mean, they're currently sub to services that get you literally games from the 90s for the most part. Oh no, they got some games from the early 2000s. You're right. They get you, goddamn, you basically sitting there Jurassic Park style and you fucking dusting the floor, bruh. And you finding your little bones and you're like, oh shit, which one was this? Let me play with it. Oh, cool. It don't got no meat, it don't got a heart, it can't really run around too good, the controls ain't too good, shit, it don't got none of the know-how of all the years we've gotten from video games. And it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play this thing because of nostalgia. I ain't really into all that nostalgia shit. I like my nostalgia for new things. I don't like my nostalgia as bait for me to, you know, sit there and give you money for something that I already bought. Like, I don't want to do that over and over and over again. And this is coming from somebody who's bought things over and over and over again. I went from Mario Kart 8 to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I went from Prime 1, 2, and 3 to Trilogy, and then from Trilogy to the digital trilogy on Wii U. You know what I'm saying? I got Inside on Switch. I got Inside on Steam. I got Inside on Epic. I got Inside on Xbox. I literally got Inside everywhere, basically. You know what I'm saying, that I play. And the same thing with Limbo. It is what it is, but it's like, yeah, do I want to be... And every single time I bought it, it was cheaper. Like on Switch, it was $2 and get Limbo and Inside together. Sure, why not? Sure. Beat those in the weekend for fun. Why not on my Switch? Which is what I did. Like it's just entertaining all the fake outrage and all the not like I'm like, I can't, because it's not real. It's not genuine. This shit comes from a place of fanboys, bro. Like, you gotta understand, like, being an OG gamer who was a diehard fanboy through. Listen, I've always had multiple consoles, and even when I had multiple consoles, I was still, meat riding Nintendo. Oh, Nintendo the best, Nintendo the best, Nintendo the best. And listen, I still have that right there. Like, oh yeah, when it comes to their first party game, ain't nothing touching this, ain't nothing touching that. Yeah, 100%. I still have that. But all the fanboy stuff, like, of being blind and like, nah, I don't have that. No, I don't care about console allegiance to the flag of the fanboy nation of America. Like, oh no, of the world, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about any of that shit. Like, I'm just gonna call the good things good, the bad things bad. And if you like it, cool. You could rock with this platform. If you don't, bye. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and baby your corny ass, dick riding mentality, basically, of, oh no, how dare you speak bad on this thing that's truly awful, but it can't be awful because it's the brand that I love. So how dare you? Nah, I don't play that. Like, I don't play none of that. Like, you want to do that, cool. There's mad people you can listen to too who are gonna pander to your favorite platform and tell you everything else sucks. Got it. Listen, when I say him, be like, yo, Xbox, best place to play, best console to have. If you have a console, you should have it. Da, da, da. All these other hardware is basically secondary at this point. They are. When you ask me full price for every game, you're a secondary platform to the one that's like, yeah, just give me this fee a month and you can just enjoy. Just enjoy. And it's things that you want to buy outside of it, go ahead. Buy it on sale. You know what I'm saying? Dude, like $70 for games. Like, what video game world do you live in? I'm not going to spend $70 on fucking nothing. And people going to be like, oh my God. Listen, you go do that, sucker. What you want me to call you other than a sucker? You're going to go buy a game. And in 2 weeks, that game is going to be $30. I bought Prince of Persia full price. They didn't care. But I haven't even finished the game yet, right? So technically, I could have just waited and I could have got this shit for $20. You know what I'm saying? And nothing would have changed. And literally 2 weeks after it was out, it was already like $30, $34. I'm like, look at that. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what every single game, every single one. So yeah, I'm sorry if Game Pass is a way better value than going out and buying a $70 game only to see that shit turn $30 2 weeks later. These dudes raised the price of Game Pass. Of regular price games while shitting on Game Pass. Gamers are like, yeah, $70 games, let's put it on the pedestal while shitting on Game Pass. You can't make it make sense. And then they celebrate the $70 games that the guys who dictated the $70 games don't even stick to. $70 day one, 3 weeks later, the shit is half that price. They're not even sticking to it like Nintendo sticks to their price. And I just laugh like, bro, then what's the point? Just get yourself Game Pass. And then you can just get those games in there and on them free. And not only that, it's a better ecosystem than anywhere else. Oh, that's the opinion. No, it's not. Like, yes, it is. No, it's not. How is it an opinion? If I buy Doom on Steam, I own Doom on Steam. If I don't buy Doom and play it through Game Pass, I can play it on cloud, on Game Pass, and on Xbox. My bad, I said that wrong. On cloud, through Game Pass, PC, and on Xbox. There you go. Now I said it right. The point is I could play it. And then when I want to buy it, whether it's day one, because it's in Game Pass, there's a small discount. Then if I decide, oh yeah, I'm going to buy it later, after I'm done with the game, oh, the DLC coming out, oh, okay, now I'm going to buy it right now. Now it's dirt cheap. So I still win. And I got multiple versions of the game. I don't just got a Switch version. The worst version. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't got that version. Sorry, it's the truth. Is it not? Am I lying? It's not hating. It's literally the worst version. It's the ugliest version. The worst running one. Facts. Oh, it's a good port. Great. You live in the world of good ports on a console that costs more than a Series S that gets you 10 out of 10 versions of games. Huh? And you want to be like, no, it's good by what metric again? Because I don't agree. And your version of it is an opinion. My version is the truth. Series S is right there. Multiple versions of the game. Day one. You don't even need to buy the game, bro. So it's better. And it doesn't run like shit. Huh? What? What are we doing here? But again, console allegiance to the flag. I understand that. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to call a spade, and that's what it is. It is what it is. You can sit there and go, oh, Red hating, Red. Nah, I'm just saying the truth. And while you live in the ocean of these people lying, so it might seem to you like he can't be right because he's the only one saying that. These guys got to be right because they're all parroting the same shit. Nah, usually that's the video game industry. They all say the same shit. I look, go, ding, dang, ding, dang, ding. They're going to know it's boom, bam, bing, bam, boom. And then you look and boom, bam, bing, bam. And I'm like, I told you it was ding, dang, ding, dang, ding. You fucking idiots. Like, and then it's like, yo, look, he's a fucking asshole. I'm not an asshole. They act like assholes the whole time, shitting on people, belittling people, and all that. And then nothing that they say comes true. So, excuse me for calling them a bunch of fucking assholes. That's what they are. Like, they lie to you. They get clicks from you. They do all this shit, but they don't keep it real with you. That's a fucking asshole. It don't matter. It's like, oh no, but they do this thing good, and they were nice in this end. Yeah, but if in the end it all just added up to them being a fucking asshole, then they were just a fucking asshole from the beginning to the end. That's it. And I'm not gonna say, yo, nah, you gotta look at it and justify it, and you do that. I don't need to do that, like, at all, and I'm not gonna. Like, it is what it is. People just want to hate Game Pass. Hate it. Cool. While you hating it, I'll continue to play games. Last year it was 25. The year before that it was 25. The year before that it was like 20. You know what I'm saying? And this year, I don't even know. But I've played a lot of games this year. And not only just played a lot of games, but I've also finished a lot of games. And not only that, it's not only like, oh, you hating on old games. Nah. SteamWorld Dig came into Game Pass. I beat that. SteamWorld Dig 2 came into Game Pass. I'm literally almost done with it. Like, and that's just playing them before I go to bed at night. Let me just dig a little bit. Like, and I beat those games on Wii U, and I own them on PC too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, oh, yo, you just hating on old games. No, what I'm saying is y'all can't be out here talking about Game Pass while, and look, I said I was going to focus on people. Man, fuck it. Here we are. Look, I said, y'all can't sit here hating on Game Pass while bigging up these other shitty-ass services with a straight face and then talking about, oh, yeah, but look how much it costs. Yeah, but if the value means nothing to me, the cost means nothing. Oh, yeah, Nintendo Switch expansion is only like $50 a year versus Game Pass being $120. Yeah, and I'd rather pay $200, $300 a year and get everything that I'm getting there that is actually shit that I'm going to boot up my console to utilize versus, oh, yeah, that shit came in there, that shit came in there. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, Perfect Dark is in there. Yeah, I got that. Rare replay. It looks way better than that. Wait, that version don't even run good. You can't even, what the fuck? But it's like, yay, let's celebrate Banjo here. There's a 4K version right there for literally cheaper than the next game you're going to buy, the next two. You can go buy hardware that plays that game top tier. And you'll have hardware where if they make another one, that's where it's going to come out on. And even if it comes out on that one, you know it's going to play better on this one. Well, because, it's stronger, it's more powerful. I'm just saying, how dare you hating? Like, listen, I get it. Banjo-Kazooie, I'm going to make a fun scenario and I'm going to move on. Just to show you how corny people are. Why they got to be corny? Because I said they corny. That's it. Because it's fucking corny. If you lie to yourself and taking and accepting corny shit and getting done dirty, you corny. You a sucker. If you're getting beat by your woman, you know what I'm saying? And you saying, yes, ma'am, yes, you a sucker. What do you want me to say? And vice versa. Like, you a sucker. Get out, run. Like, straight up. You know what I mean? Like, what we doing here? Like, oh no, but I love her. She good to me. You know what I'm saying? She bought me Subway sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Every Friday, bro. Like, she good though. She did me right, yo. She got me a graphic tee the other day. Yeah, but she punched you in the face. Back to back days. The fuck you mean Subway sandwich and graphic tee? Do you hear yourself? Like, are you serious? But anyway, to the point I was gonna make. It's 2025. Xbox Showcase starts. Cool. Banjo-Kazooie pops out. Brand new game. At the bottom it said they do a Horizon Lego coming to Xbox, PC, and Switch. Why no PlayStation? We wanted to make the best graphical game we can make. So you're not gonna count a beast console like PlayStation? Reasons. That's basically what they did with the Lego game. Why is it not coming to Xbox? We want to make the best console. That's the best graphical game we can. But Xbox is the strongest hardware. Reasons. So yeah, let's say it's that scenario. It's 2025. The showcase begins. Banjo-Kazooie, trailer, epic. Oh my God, they brought it back. You know what I'm saying? It's everything that you wanted. They got all the platform. Oh, we saw even a little bit of nuts and bolts, action in there. But for the most part, it's a platform. It's great. It's awesome. Cool. It's coming out on Switch. It's coming out on Xbox. It's coming out on PC. You got to understand, that game could look, like a Pixar movie on Xbox. And you still going to have guys be like, yeah, I'm going to get it on Nintendo because, that's who I played the original. And, it just don't feel right playing Banjo-Kazooie on the Xbox. What? It just don't feel right. Listen, if they announce the next Mario game, right, and then they say, oh, yeah, you know what? This next one, we're actually going to put it on PC. Yeah, I'm playing it on PC. Why? Because I'm going to play it the best looking way it could play. I'm not playing it on the Nintendo console. Oh, no, but I'm so used to playing. So what? Things change. The fuck? Oh, no, because, my whole life I did this, so I'm going to stick to doing that my whole life because, I did it my whole life, so it's only right that, I can't grow, can't evolve, can't change. You like boxes? I don't. I really hate them. Even when you want to play box with the mime shit. I still feel like, no, that box is around me. Get away from me. Like, I don't like boxes. I don't. This is why I go in the MRI machine to get our MRI. I was like, nah, let me out this shit. Sedate me, do something. I can't. Claustrophobia, I don't like that shit. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like boxes. I legitimately don't. That's why even with my content creation, it's like, oh, yo, put them in the box. That's the Nintendo guy. Like, whoa, you're right, but you're also wrong. You diluted my product. You know what I'm saying? To the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Back then, even I was like, no, y'all confusing me. Like, Xbox One it was shitty, so I'm over here playing most of my good Xbox games through PC. You know, my Gears games and shit and Forza and stuff like that through PC at the time. Once they got right, I came back, but to the console space. But I'm like, I've always owned multiple platforms, whether it was a PS3, whether it was a Sega Genesis, Dreamcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, always had those. Like, to just put me in a box, and be like, oh yeah, that's the Nintendo guy. No, I'm more than that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put me in the box with that. Like, that's crazy. But again, people like being in their boxes. They feel real comfortable, and that's just what it is. And that's cool. Enjoy your box. Do your thing. So fucking weird, you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't want to talk about. And really, the same way I said, like, yo, I'm done talking about people being fired and stuff because it just happens consistently. So I don't want to come up on here and now be faking. Oh man, it's so sad. It's sad. I've already said it a million times for years on this platform. You know, before it was cool to talk about people being fired, I was like, yo, pointing all the time. I did it throughout the whole Wii U generation while Sony was firing everybody. I'm like, y'all talking about like they're the best, but who's going to make the next stuff? This developer's going, that developer's going, that guy who made that is going, that. And nobody wanted to hear that shit. Nobody wanted to hear that shit on YouTube. Every time I made videos like that, it was nothing but thumbs down, hate. And the funniest part, too, I got a lot of that from Nintendo fans, too. They ain't like that. Because it was like a lot of Nintendo fans felt like, no, PlayStation and Nintendo are the best. Because they're Japanese companies. They're Japanese. Like, PlayStation is not Japanese. Stop lying. Any Japanese person will tell you they're not a Japanese company. The minute that they change the buttons, X in the circle, what they do to the American style versus Japan, they're not a Japanese company. That's an opinion. Bro, it's a fact, bro. They done gutted everybody in Japan. Fuck you mean they're a Japanese company? They pander, or they send more hardware over here. It's a bigger territory. Bro, their whole thing is dick ride in America. And they're Japanese. That's what makes them not a Japanese company. When you moving like you're an American, but you Japanese, why would you do that? When the Japanese already show you move like a Japanese person, while you create your art and you market your consoles, it's the recipe for success. And people be like, what you mean? Nintendo? Have they ever looked and was like, nah, today we actually gonna be fucking Italian because here we go. No, they always Japanese. They rooted deep in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. Capcom, they rooted deep in it. They don't switch. Oh yeah, we're gonna start pandering to America. No. I remember people saying, what was it? The game with the goddamn spiders. It looked like Starship Troopers that Capcom made. The second one had mad snow and shit. Damn, the name is right there too. But anyway, that game, people say, oh look, they're trying to become more Western. And I'm like, what are you talking about? These are the guys who made Mega Man. Like they've been gat busting before it was cool to be gat busting. Like, so now they made Lost Planet. Lost Planet, I think it was called. Yeah. And it's like, so now they made, they're pandering to America. No, they just doing what they do, and they kept it in Japanese, like very rooted in what it is. Like, but again, I'm going too deep with it. It don't matter. The point is, people, listen, I'm just done entertaining like the negativity about, Game Pass. Listen, when the day Game Pass does something corny, I'll be like, yo, this is whack. That's garbage. That's trash. Remember when Xbox Live, they were going to just hike the price of it, whatever? I was like, wow. Like, just get rid of it and make people get Ultimate, like, and just get Live throughout or Live, like, and that's what they did. And they changed the stance on that. Everybody gave them smoke. The diehard Xbox fans and then the haters who was trying to make it out to be even worse. So that was a moment where it was like Xbox could see, oh no, we are doing something wrong here, and then they backed out. But this right here, they could easily look and see, oh no, this is just the fuckery. These are just the fuckboys who never gonna mess with Game Pass. You know? The ones who are gonna be like, oh, if they can't get new members, they're just gonna raise the price. Everything is raising the price. Everything. I raise the price to my Patreon because Patreon raised the price of how you get your funds. Like, everybody's raising the price. So it's like, yeah, you used to get $2 here. Well, guess what? Now you're only getting $1.10. So it's like, wait, so y'all raised the price on me. Oh shit, I gotta. This is what happens. And then people want to be like, oh, it's the worst thing in the world. I'm like, yeah, everything that raised their prices though, just raised their prices. and didn't give you any added value. Shout out to me though, I have, because and X Podcast Extra just been mad consistent, mad episodes. I know. I've been flooding y'all with content, but still, like that's what you do. You add value. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you truly give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And Sony clearly don't. They clearly don't. And if you add content and then go, oh yeah, now we have another thing. So it's like another tier. And it's like, wait. So every time you add a console, so if you add Wii and GameCube, we're going from expansion pass to what? Like, what do we name in the expansion? The Ultimate Nintendo Online tier? Like, so it's like, yeah, it should just go up. So now we're paying Game Pass prices for no new games, old games, with a smile. And it's like, come on, man. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird, but this is the world we live in, man, where nobody's ever going to keep it 1,000. Nobody's ever going to keep it real. They're always going to lie. They're always going to use their hiding behind, oh, yeah, it's my opinion nonsense. But then they don't want to actually live in the world of looking at the facts, the hard facts. They love to look at numbers only when it's console sales, but they don't like to look at overall numbers. It's mad weird. Like, oh, look, PlayStation is so good. And Nintendo's so good. I'm like, great. Nintendo got games with 40 million players, 30 million players, 50 million players. And I'm like, fire. You know what I'm saying? Sony got players with, yeah, so anyway, Xbox got Forza, 30 million players. Grounded, 30 million players. Starfield, 30 million players. Like, all these games, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, more than anybody. But it don't count. Why? Because they're not taking money from somebody, so that means the fact that they had all those people actually play, it don't matter. I'm not going to switch my stance to look at it through, wait, they changed the formula of how they distribute games, of how you can buy games, play games, and experience their games? Yeah, fuck all that. If it ain't the old way, it don't count. So then, I'm going to just look at this. Oh yeah, how many box sales did they sell? That's it. You're not going to count digital? Oh yeah, we can count digital, but why not? That's a new thing. Like, we shouldn't count that because you don't want to count new endeavors in order to make money. So just count those box sales to see how all your favorite games sold. Count the box sales, see how Zelda sold, based off box sales only, or Mario Kart, because the numbers is going to drop drastically because a lot of people buy games digitally, which is good. I'm mostly digital, and I'm looking to be mostly digital the next generation. Like, so, makes sense, right? But with Xbox, no. Because if they not nickel and diming, it's like, why y'all care so much about people nickel and diming you? Like, if somebody came to me and was like, look at this suitcase right here. It belongs to nobody. It has $5 million in it. You could pick the suitcase up, right? You could handcuff it to yourself, or you could just grab it and just walk and just leave. $5 million richer. And then you stop and being like, yeah, but who does it belong to, though? I just told you it don't belong to nobody, but it had to belong to somebody. Because the universe didn't put the money in it and then close the suitcase and then placed it right here on this street in this neighborhood at this time. Like, who did all that? I'm going to just look. I'm going to pick up the fucking suitcase and I'm going to walk away from the person. And you're like, but wait, I got questions. Nah, never mind. I told you to take the goddamn $5 million and you started asking me all these damn questions, trying to, find the goddamn source of its power. Like, bro, it's right there. Who gives a fuck? Oh, no, wait. Do you play Metroid games and you see a power up and stop and be like, damn, how did that power up get there? But who put it there? Like, do I gotta do anything more to get this power up? Nah, there should be a boss fight before I grab this power. No, you don't. You just grab it, right? It's the same thing. Video games. Price. Dirt cheap. Cool. That's it. That's to be the only conversation. They'd be like, video games. Price. Dirt cheap. Why? Is that sustainable? But does that make sense? I don't think if you do that the games are actually going to be good. There's no way that they're going to have open world games in there. There's no way they're going to have a Grand Theft Auto in that service. There's no way they're going to have a Doom in that service. There's no way they're going to have a Call of Duty in that service. There's no way you're going to have big RPGs, small RPGs, and everything that they said. There's no way you're going to. They've done exactly what they said they weren't going to do. They've done. We've had Red Dead. We've had Grand Theft Auto. I think Grand Theft Auto's still in there right now. Big games. Call of Duty will never be in there. It's in there. Well, it's not in there right now, but it's in there. Well, it is in there right now. You can install. It's there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And then rumors, Modern Warfare 3 is coming out later this month. I don't really go by rumors, but if that's the case, cool. My point is, like, yeah, these things are all the things that they say when you literally, you know what, here is the cure for all the fucking shitty diseases on this planet. But who made it? Did aliens send it? Who gives a shit? Just fucking start injecting that shit into a syringe and stabbing people all over and saving lives. Nah. We should know though. Like, I'm telling you, all right, look, it's clean. There's nothing poisonous. There's nothing bad. It's 100% good. Sent by the Lord and Savior to earth. But who is the Lord and Savior? And how do I know that that wasn't really the devil? And it's like, oh my fucking crying out loud. Like, you know what? Listen, just stab him in the neck with the fucking thing. Then he's cured, and then he becomes a believer. Oh, no. You're right. This is what we need to do. Like, bro, like why does it take you so long just to see the goddamn light? Just to see the kindness, just to see the benefits of your quality of life. Nah, you got to do all these hoops because you want to be a fanboy for companies who don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, they give a shit about me. How? Where's the proof? Was it the super expensive old games, or was it raising the prices of new games? Was it the fact that when they get hacked, they be like, it doesn't really matter, nothing for you. It is what it is. Or is it their shit controller bill? Or is it when they tell you, oh yeah, go buy this $100 thing, we're not gonna, excuse me, this $500 thing, we're not really gonna support it, but buy it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? We're cool like that. You trust us. We'll never. And they do you completely dirty. And then you be like, nah, but it's all good. You wanna know why? Nostalgia made it okay. Because when I look at my box and I turn it on, it says PlayStation, I would feel yucky if I turned on my box and it said Xbox. And then it booted up and it was just a bunch of video games that I could play. No, I'd rather spend $70 for Doom. I'd rather sit there and pray. No, fuck pray. I'd rather sit there and beg, cry like a punk baby bitch all day, every day on the internet about Indiana Jones coming to me. I'd rather sit there and cry about Starfield coming to me. It's been over a year damn there, bro. Just go just cloud, Fire Stick options. No, that Fire Stick shit is wrong. They basically saying you don't need the console. You know that's where it's going and eventually. No, it's not. Bruh, next generation, I can't wait to see none of y'all have box games. Because they're going to be like, yeah, what's the point? You know what I mean? I can't wait. Where you going to go get them from anyway? Walmart ain't selling them. Best Buy ain't selling them. Where you going? I'm just wondering where. Huh? Let me know. No? Oh, okay. So, that's my point. Like, what are you doing here? You are literally trying to go against a tsunami, like, and you trying to swim in the direction that it's coming from, and you think you have a chance. Full blown tsunami coming dead at you, and you're like, I got this, bro. Just give me a surfboard. It's like, I know y'all be riding waves, bro, but damn, son, like that shit is crazy. But that's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's going head first, running head first into a wall. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Look, I'm done with that. Let's talk about something else, man. Finally, I've been going on. Listen, I could sit there and just rant about it all day, but the truth is, it's not going to change nothing. People who like Xbox and like Game Pass, they like Xbox, they like Game Pass. They have the service. They're enjoying the service. There's people who could look at the service and actually look at it properly and not have to make up a million scenarios why it's bad, and just could look at it and say, I can use this service any way I want. I could use it as a rental. I could use it as a monthly thing. I could use it as a yearly thing. I could use it as a way to play just full games, or I could just use it as a way to test games and see if I like them before going and purchasing them on the Xbox or elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's the point, is that you have options, and they give you the most options when you buy games. They give you options of where you want to play that game that you bought, the one purchase that you bought. They give you the option of not having to buy old games because, well, why would you buy that remake when you can just play the one that you already have digitally and it's forward compatible, auto HDR, 60 frames per second? What's the point? They just cash grabbing you right now. You gonna fall for that when you could just get an Xbox and just enjoy all your old shit still at the quality of. I mean, like, look, okay, fine. You could go buy the Shadow, the game that's coming out this year, and I get it. They added their little Bowser's Fury style mode, the Shadow mode. But the rest of that game, I got that game, and it looks just like that on the Series X. Sonic Generation runs flawlessly, looks beautiful as hell. That's that, basically, just with an added mode, and they selling that to you again. Yeah, this is what they do. Anyway, and then people celebrate it. Yeah, great. Let's move on, man. I want to just talk about this real quick. All right, so Doom the Dark Ages. I want to talk about Doom: The Dark Ages real quick. This is probably the last time I talk about it till we see, new footage, new content. I don't know when that's going to be. Will it be at Gamescom? Maybe. Maybe. Will it be at Tokyo Game Show? Probably not. Will Xbox host the XO show this fall? I'm not sure, but it probably won't be there. Will it be at the Game Awards? Possibly, because it is coming out next year, so that could be a good second showing. And it's like, yeah, we did June, December. You know what I'm saying? It's a 6-month gap. So if I had to predict, I would say the Game Awards, we see another, a showing. I'm not going to say they'll give us the release date there, but I do think that they'll show it again at the Game Awards. And then obviously at the January show, for Xbox, where they show a handful of games in their Developer Direct. Yeah, that next Developer Direct is going to be great. It's going to be Fable. It's going to be Doom. It's going to be nice. Those two games alone make it crazy. But it's probably going to be Fable, Doom, and State of Decay, and a few other games. Like, they got some shit next year. They got some shit. Yo, you want to hate on Game Pass? Cool. That's a you problem. It's not a Game Pass problem. I put Xbox on the proper pedestal they deserve to be on right now, especially when they own literally the best IPs on planet Earth. Now, understand this. I said best based off factual numbers. You can't top World of Warcraft and what that's done. You can't top Minecraft with no IP. None. Not Pokemon, not none. And that's the thing that bothers me, because it's like, look, I like Metroid more than any Xbox IP. I like Zelda more than any Xbox IP. I like Mario more than any IPs. All the Nintendo ones and all the Xbox ones play. Mario is my GOAT. Because why? Because when 3D platform Mario comes out, it's almost guaranteed gonna be fire every single time. The worst ones like a Sunshine, is still better than most of your favorite fucking games. That's the kind of game Mario is, and that's why it's my favorite IP. Now, that I said that, got that all out the way, I say all this to say, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, Call of Duty, that already solidifies them as the tippity top, right? Right. Even if it's not, those are not my favorite game. Yeah, it's not about favorites. It's not about legacy. It's not about nostalgia. It's about facts. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the history of video games, what did Minecraft do? What did World of Warcraft do? What did Call of Duty do? And what do they still continue to do? Yeah, are they second to none? Yeah. All right, so who owns those? Yeah. Okay, you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, but they bought them. They didn't actually build the foundation to create those things. Cool. You're right. What the fuck does that mean? If they own them. They own them. So it doesn't matter. You can sit there and be like, yo, but this, that, and the third. And it's all just bullshit, because at the end of the day, they own them. Oh yeah, but you don't know what's going to happen. Fine. You want to go by history? Let's go by history. What's your history? Oh, look what they did to Tango. Let me ask you, did Tango even make 1 cent of the money in their whole existence that Minecraft made? No. And you know that's the truth. No. Now, that's not a fact, the 1 cent number, but let's be clear. It's a good number, because they ain't even within Minecraft? Hi-Fi Rush? Minecraft. Come on now. Let's stop. All right. So don't bring them up. Let's be real. Let's talk about Mojang. It's been years since they've owned them. How's Mojang doing over there? Everything great. Everything's still going good. Everything great. They make more games now than they ever did. Spin off some Minecraft and all that. Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah. So why people don't talk about how good Microsoft managed that? Oh no, that don't count because they're being self-managed and or what, like Bethesda is. But then y'all blame Microsoft for Redfall, but then the successes, y'all go Starfield ain't their success. But then the failures are their failures. So basically what you're saying is that you're a piece of shit who's only gonna lie to make Xbox look bad, but when the truth is that you should be talking about them like they got big IPs than Pokemon, Mario, and Zelda, and Metroid, and God of War, and Uncharted, and Last of Us, and that's a fact. Why is that a bad thing again? To say the truth? To say that nobody could stomp with them? To say that nobody will be able to ever put out product that's gonna outsell them? Because whatever you put out, Minecraft is still making more money than it as it's coming out in its peak. Minecraft will make money through its entire peak of being fully priced. If it's a PlayStation game, for 2 weeks. If it's a Nintendo game, it's lifetime, but eventually sales will slow down, and Minecraft will still be going. Microsoft will still be raking in the dough. Warcraft will still have a subscription. That's another thing. You know, I didn't bring it up earlier, but I gotta bring this up as a nice bow. World of Warcraft. People subscribe to that. I think it's $15 a month. And they've subscribed to that for over 20 years, damn near. Something like 20 years, easily. Close to it, gotta be. I know Warcraft is old as shit. And the Warcraft membership has been a thing since I could remember, because that was the first time I ever saw a video game like, yo, you gotta pay to play that? That's crazy. Oh, but it's a game that keeps going. All right, makes sense. I don't know. Never played that shit. Never played MMOs, blah, blah, blah. When that shit first came out and all that. And it's still going. And people were paying that for one game. And that company has been afloat based off that one payment plan for years. One game. Nobody throws shades at that subscription model. Hell, nobody throws shade at any of the cash sheet grabby shit they do. Like I just told you, Foam Stars. Shit was in the service for 2 seconds, but they was hyping it like, yo, it's coming in day one. But nobody even cared about the game. But then you put it in, and then you just take it out. What the fuck? Oh, no, it's not our game. But wait, I was told by a bunch of ponies that, no. It counts. It counts like a first party, basically. Listen, if that counts as first party, then every game in Game Pass is first party. Because, well, you don't got to pay for the party. They don't want to have that conversation, though. All right. My point is, Warcraft, they were perfectly fine paying for it. Perfectly fine. But then, and then the haters are perfectly fine not bringing it up. Because they forget Xbox own that. And look, there's a subscription there. How about your argument? Oh, it should be part of Game Pass. No, they're not even going to do that because they're not really thinking. See, they're just, it's fake outrage. So I say all this to say, Game Pass has like 500 games. Way better games than Warcraft, most gamers would say. Not Warcraft fans, but most gamers would say. And I'm not saying money-wise. I'm just saying better as in they're more fun, they're more play, variety, It's a bunch. Many is always better than one. It's just the truth. Hey, what would you rather have? Only play the next 3D Mario game or have Game Pass for a year? I'll take Game Pass for a year because I'm going to just experience more things. I never want to be, again, in the box and just only have one experience, even if that experience could be multiple experience within one experience because that's what Mario games do. Still, I'm going to choose more games so I can have more experience. I can go first person, I can go racing, I can go multiplayer, single player, adventure, action adventure. Like you got all the genres, all the different variety and shit. Why the fuck would I only settle for one? That makes no sense. But people will tell you, nah, yeah, you should settle just for that one thing and be happy about it. All right, there's been people who've been happy with fucking paying for Warcraft for years. They were happy with that. Nobody gave them shit. But yet, we got people giving us shit because we're paying $20 a month for all these games. Like, stop it, dude. We can't take these people serious at all because they're not serious. If they were serious, I would literally take them serious. But listen, you do this shit long enough and you realize they just gonna talk. And the shit that they say in this vapor anyway, it just goes out like hookah smoke. That shit just evaporates, bro. It doesn't mean anything. Twitter ain't the real world. They can say whatever they want. Like,